feels like there's a lot of awkward fringe heroes that they could consider.
This
Spectre
Pagna
doesn't
just
look-
screams, well, you want to right-click me? You want to pick Jug? I'm going to decryptify
10
that unit.
seconds remaining.
In theory, it works like that, but sometimes, you know, you just have to pick something. It would give them a bit more sustain. What did I suggest?
Parne, što me
Heroes?
nadraftili?
Yeah,
Što me
maybe
nadraftili?
a Slark. Sorry, Slark is out. So
You said Sven, you said Ursa, both are banned. All out there. Lifestealer we mentioned as well could be coming out here. You know, Wraith King's dead to the world. He doesn't exist anymore.
Virtus Pros
Play
turn
with
to
him.
victory.
It's going to be a Dragon Knight. What does this do for our draft? Is it now Lycan position
it
1?
could be Lycan 1. Yeah, they are keeping things flexible.
Or DK with Aghanim Scepter can become an incredibly potent position 1 if you give him that farm priority. Another key thing, he's a hero with a
10
stun.
seconds
Something that
remaining.
EG were lacking.
5 seconds remaining.
Now VP. Figure out where these heroes are heading. Is it a mid Pugna? Where does Bristleback go? Is it 3? Is it 1? The last pick should feel all. If you ban out Slark like that, it feels like the Bristleback's key component of your draft.
It would have been a good Slark game. They have no real stuns. There is a cookie. You can easily dark pack that off. The only thing you care about is Dragonite jumping in and Blink stunning you, but there is also multiple saves on their side with the Life Drain, the Decryptify, Shaker. So there's a lot of way for Virtus Pro to choose where they want to fight.
So you think they wish they didn't ban it themselves?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Deep into the reserve time. 35 VP to make this final choice. Say, they're limited as
And now
Underlord.
select your heroes.
Final hero. So Bristleback carry and GPK. Ooh.
GPK, Earthshaker
Ooh.
mid. Nightfall, Bristleback, DM, and they're gonna... Okay,
Save
save
Pugna.
position 4 Pugna.
And it is an Arteezy Dragon Knight, so position 1 DK. Everything else slots into place as expected. Curious draft from Virtus Pro. Lots of potential
Melee,
for
yeah.
early game aggression.
A lot of
ways
melee
to...
heroes as well.
Mm.
DM's Underlord, something that has been very successful for Virtus Pro throughout the seasons.
Do you think them being melee is going to be a problem for them here?
You need to get close to Lycan to deal damage. At least they have a root mechanic, which is nice. Percentage-based damage. It's always going to be good against tanky heroes like Lycan, Dragonite, and like even Snapfire is okay.
And like you've been saying, no real consistent ways to stun Abed outside of a Blink Echo or a Fisher, but with GPK playing the Earthshaker, it does mean that he'll get his items much faster, right? He'll be able to lock down some of these heroes from an earlier point than we would expect. Port Earthshaker.
The spells will be maxed out. Still, very early oriented draft coming out from EG with Lycan and also with the Dragonite. So there's going to be a ton of damage, ton of sustain from Io, providing that healing that is very necessary and also allowing them to go inside a pit.
Pugna with a nice hat. We go into game 1. EG versus VP. Best of 2 here in the group stage, and again, both of these teams vying
Prepare for
that
battle.
top of the table. Get into the upper bracket.
Thanks.
Easy on the Dragon Knight. Surprise last pick. 1 DK, couple of gauntlets, Quelling Blade. Where he heads with it. I think Aghanim Scepter is going to be a key component of his build, but not sure how he gets to that. Well, Abed has been much more easy to read with that Maelstrom, Aghanim's BKB on Ember Spirit. While Isis Ice waits back in the fountain with Helm of the Dominator queued, going for the Quelling Stick Tangos. Stat items, just wants to try and get as quickly as he can to the Helm.
I would love to see Spirit Vessel on side of Virtus Pro to reduce the healing against Io, against Lycan, Dragonite. It's a very valuable
30
item.
seconds
Just
to
not
battle.
sure who can buy it here.
It's a good question, yeah.
Your Pugna can buy it eventually, but it's gonna take some time. Not sure how much farm or how good of a game he's gonna have. Because it's a position 4 Pugna.
Arcane Boots queued up, so it wouldn't be quick. The progression towards that Spirit Vessel. No contest here from EG. Might try and deny a rune with the wolves, but that's not going to happen. Big body in the way. 2 for 2, trading out equally between the two squads. No surprises in the way they set up the lanes either, right?
Yeah, it's just gonna be a standard what we expected. Lycan gonna be paired up with Io on the top lane. Kingslayer playing ET against the Bristleback. ISSI starting with the stick. Same goes for Io, so there's gonna be a lot of regeneration. Basically get value, twice as value from 2 sticks.
Albert already with a good start. Okay. Straight back away from him. See across all 3 lanes. Save against Fly, DM against Arteezy, creating a couple of
courier has been killed.
ones on that bottom lane. And top Kingslayer doing the same thing, bullying Ice away from the creep wave. To allow this Bristleback free reign to farm. Drag that wave off too. Nightfall pushes towards tier 1. Brit has found the dire creep wave and maneuvers it again into this 4th lane.
And this is pretty big, like Io plus Lycan, you can tether to a wolf, and then you have 423 movement speed level 1, which is pretty insane.
Very speedy Io. Lots of creep manipulation going on. ISSI is pretty happy with where he sat in this lane. And he does have the stick against the cool spray of Nightfall, so he'll have pretty much permanent regen here with the Io behind him as well. Okay, so Earthshaker 5 and 5. Fair number of denies. That enchant totem helping him out. Save has killed off Arteezy's courier. Dead for quite some time. Always successful from Kingslayer. Trying to drag this wave back away from Crit and ISSI have been accomplishing. It's so fun having wolves to dance around that top lane.
Once wolves are gone, you immediately start to fall back. ISSI should have a free time here on the top lane. He has a stick going into Helm of Fire and Will.
He's been stunned and killed. Chasing him for a little bit there, all the way out of the lane, and the double stuns from EG secure it.
Nice start for Arteezy, decided to switch his item build. Wanted to go for Power Treads, but Falcon Blade also works really well. Like you can get Power Treads plus the Soul Ring this time around, because he has a First Blood that's gonna give him some mana regen, a bit more tankiness. I don't think Dragonite dies here in the lane, especially against the support Pugna. So safe lane and the off lane for EG is kind of already secured. These 2 heroes should not die.
Incredibly stable, invulnerable heroes almost. So that gives you a bit more freedom, like Fly taking the Bounty Rune. Potential rotations in towards mid lane to help out Abed. Lagging a little bit behind the CS of the Earthshaker, but it's not a terrible time for him by any means. Where do you reckon we'll see this Earthshaker going? Usually we had that Blink Dagger first item like no matter what, but Aghanim Scepter with the cleave on his enchant totem accelerates your farm a fair bit, doesn't it?
It does, but you also want to provide something from the mid lane. It's very hard for you to just farm for another 5 minutes. You need to hit the timing, so I still feel getting a Blink Dagger earlier on is a must-have, even on the mid Earthshaker. Because there's a big difference. That's a 2k gold difference.
Yeah. Does have brown boots, gloves, and blink queued up. King's Earthshaker. Arbed gets a bit of help from Crit. Turnaround play. GPK battling with his Ember Spirit, but Overcharge proving to be quite a challenge for the Earthshaker as EG get their 2nd kill of the game.
Thanks be to you.
There's also Water Rune available top, possibly a shared tank. He's just gonna pop the healing salve. Doesn't matter. EG off to a really good start. Arteezy, Falcon Blade done. Level 4, 2 points in Dragon Blood. Should be very safe here on the bottom lane.
Yeah, Miss still getting a fair amount of farm though. 19 and 5. The Underlord in the Arcane Boost keeps spamming out the Firestorm while Ice. 4 stacks of that nasal goo from Nightfall, but Fly's arrival means the cookie lands. Little shredder and crit from the right-hand side. Back onto the Bristleback we go. The Blightstone minus armor allows crit to take the kill.
He's really hard to kill. As we said, Lycan, he's sitting at 9 armor from Helm. His basic armor also +2 when he is close to the tower.
Yeah.
Surprised they decided to dive the tower and try to kill Lycan.
Never refuse gold given.
Bang. It's about to be delivered.
Also, to go back to the Blink Dagger on Earthshaker, if you look at the heroes that they have, they're very sluggish. Underlord, not a hero that can gank from the off lane. He's more of a quick group bot. Cookie on the mid lane, a bit more harassment on GPK.
3 heroes back into action, yeah. TP for save. Do throw another blast their way, but Earthshaker being pressured, and they've alleviated the challenges that Abed was having.
First row, they do not have a playmaking hero, so GPK will need to be that. Your position 4 is just there, can slow people, but doesn't really do that much.
Glorified save at this point with a decrep.
Don't worry, folks. All right?
Another chains. Getting Slayer, getting body blocked up. Have stop leveled up. So another one there, 4-0. You're feeding these kills to Abed on his Ember Spirit. He's going to accelerate his timing into Face Boots and Maelstrom much faster than expected. And like you were saying at the end of the draft, this is a VP lineup that definitely feels very early game centric, focused on the laning stage, the early scrappy battles and skirmishes.
What they will need to do with this type of a lineup is rope around Underlord and Bristleback, and he just hits the towers, Pugna using a blast, but they will need levels. I'm not sure we're gonna even see the kill from Virtus Pro in the first 10 minutes.
Wow, that's a bold statement to make.
We're at minute 7, Gary, so 3 minutes. It's okay.
You should have said it at like 9 minutes 50. Big stacks being built by Save. His first 7 minutes have been very, very labored, but
those got scouted. They don't have the best heroes to take it. Ember Spirit could potentially go in and steal the big camp, but they cannot farm the Ancients.
move into bottom with the EG support duo. Arteezy's cracked level 6. I want to push this tower. Look at how tentatively DM is playing that bottom lane. While Nightfall has found yet another lane. These creep waves meeting in increasingly random and wonderful places. Dragged around by the wolves. Let's fly. Got scouted. They're pinging this out. They know that walls were placed into that camp. Do it. Do it, GPK. Just echo slam the creep camp. I know you wanna. I mean, why not? It's 8 minutes in. You're not going to echo slam anyone else, are you?
Fly wants to get around and try to see if they have a ward. I think that's pretty safe to say right now. Glyph pop, Arteezy showing on the mid lane with the dragon form. They see the numbers that Virtus Pro brought. EP's back to the bottom lane. We'll start putting some pressure there instead.
And they've got a good strong feeling that that high ground ward is there. It's been pinged out by Fly.
Dire's middle tower is
They know
under
that
attack.
there's a vision up on the high ground there from VP. Sentries for the snap bar, unfortunately.
Dire's
Might have
bottom
some coming out
tower
on the
is
courier
under
in a
attack.
second. It's an observer ward.
While all that's happening, Bristleback found a way to get some stacks going near the outpost and farming safely there. Bristleback very hard to kill, especially after finishing the Vanguard.
But this pro just really don't want to give up these stacks. Contested a little bit, poking and prodding away. Fly, crit. Still in the vicinity, but with DM and GPK here, it will just be experience that they share. Yeah, they're picking that high ground again. There's a ward up there.
They could have realized that there's a ward on the high ground earlier because Save was there and he killed the ward. They knew that his courier wasn't there because didn't have a flying courier. It was level 4 at the time, or even level 3.
Good point. While we have the 3v3 in the mid lane, up top is Ice Ice Ice. Helm done. Lads coming after, of course, into that Helm of the Overlord. Farming in behind the Bristleback. So Bristle has been clearing that top wave,
Radiant's
swinging
top
through,
tower
farming
is
out
under
2 or
attack.
3 caps or so. They just grabbed up a neutral item here. Or freebie. Artisan TP's back to his tier 1 tower. Ah, the ward's finally gone. Someone's coming in and centered it.
Farm fast, both teams. They think they have a better timing. Virtus Pro, considering the heroes that they got, they can't really just go in and make stuff happen. It's a bit Earthshaker, so you do not want to risk too much moving around the map. You would prefer to get that Blink Dagger before. All chains missed.
Close, but not quite.
Lose together, win together, slay together, slay together, slay together.
Yeah, you speak of that timing, and it's
Lose together, win together.
definitely
slay
a
together,
move away
slay
from
together,
Virtus
slay
Pro that
together.
we've seen previously in the group stage, where they dominate the late stage and looked poor later on towards the late game. This time it's been a very smooth, calm early stage.
Dire's
Not
middle
making any
tower is
mistakes,
under
but also
attack.
not playing too over eagerly or aggressive.
Bristleback is being pinged out. They need to bring numbers. Like they... How many do they have? 4. They're even bringing a Dragon Knight.
Everybody up here. Remnant in.
Radiant's
Warmer's
top tower
kisses.
is under attack.
Launched out towards nightfall. Yeah, nice stop, but that TP home, beautiful from the Bristleback.
Radiant's
Lack of
top
stuns from
tower is
EG,
under
very
attack.
apparent there. As the Bristleback
Dire's
just
top
TPs
tower
away
is
from
under
all of their
attack.
damage.
He understands. Snapfire using ulti, which means that she is far away. I can TP out. Cookie will not be used.
Dire's
At least
top
they
tower
get the
is
tower.
falling.
There's a 5-man rotation. They don't even get the
Radiant's
kill.
bottom tower is under attack.
But they got the tower.
And DM gets a bit of pressure into that mid lane as well,
Scanning.
so you get EG forced to filter back and defend their objectives. Bottom lane, GPK should claim that tier 1
Radiant's
tower as we see in a
bottom
split
tower
screen
has
view.
fallen.
Looking reasonably well farmed. About 500 behind Arbed in the net worth. Not a big deal. 12-minute rune, going to spawn top as a regen. DM and Arbed high-fiving down in the river. Multi-high five.
That's the action that we are seeing. High-fiving. No one died for, what, 5-6 minutes? Maybe even more?
Yeah. It's been a while. I mean, 4 kills happened in the first 5 minutes for EG. Like you say, both teams comfortable in terms of getting towards Aghanim's on Bristle, Maelstrom on Ember. Key items being picked up here and there from both sides. And now Crit can play with a Helm Creep. Tether onto that Ice Ice Hellbear. Dropping the question mark. Arbed, a few hundred gold away from his Maelstrom. Arteezy has completed Armlet. 1-3 build.
Blink is down on Earthshaker, so they could potentially make a move. They're not smoked, so that means that he is showing off his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, revealed to the world. Crit farming jungle, like we've seen from a lot of these IOs when they're paired up with a Helm hero in the off lane. That allows Crit to get so much more gold and experience that he otherwise wouldn't have been able to. Getting pretty close to that Ags on Bristleback. That has to be the key timing they're looking for. You know, Blink Earthshaker, sure, but Bristleback with Ags, that's their front runner.
The minus armor and then enchant totem from the Earthshaker. Also, there's 1 point in natural ordered.
He'll get
He'll get there eventually when we start
Dire's
getting
turret
kills.
has been killed.
Considering this mid lane again, but DM has planted himself in front of the tower. Pretty tanky with a Vanguard, but Mortimer's Kisses with a magical damage from Fly, making short work of the Arbed will claim his killing spree, and now the tower can get pushed with Arteezy bottom. Armor toggle. He's gonna
He's
move
waiting.
all the way back to his tier 2. He's fine, and they've actually swung into action with Arbed and Crit relocating. Try and see if that fight continues. Okay, we want to go in here with a Blink and Chant, the decrap and life drain, but the relocate out. Allow them to escape.
Watching Arteezy use armor toggle brings back, you know,
Radiant's
flashbacks when
bottom
he was
tower
playing
is under
Life
attack.
Stealer, getting the
Dire's
rampages.
top tower is under
And
attack.
yeah, you said Getting that Aghanim Scepter is going to be the key. That's what he has queued up next.
So now they flick the switch, right? This is where the aggression starts. The 5-man group up. The ball of death from VP begins.
Radiant's middle tower is
Tanky
under
heroes
attack.
with tanky items. Middle tower going to be the casualty.
Are fortified.
Left for the
Dire's
last second
top
though from
tower
EG.
is
We'll
under
delay this a little longer.
Radiant's middle tower is
EG not
under
wanting
attack.
to
Middle
entertain any
tower
of this
has
nonsense. They've all spread out across the map as wide as they can. Knowing that VP want to play that very tight unit close together.
The rule
There are
of
lots more resources for
invisibility.
EG to have. Where? Like this ancient step, which Nightfall has found.
Dire's structures
Stolen away from
are
EG.
fortified.
With Aghanim Scepter, that's very easy to clear. Still yet to get a kill on side of Virtus Pro.
Radiant's
slipping
middle
away.
tower is under
There
attack.
wasn't an Echo Slam there. Probably no real kill opportunity for them.
Helm of the Overlord, sorry, finished on
done.
Lycan, so that's gonna be an ancient creep taken. A couple of seconds.
Make sure he doesn't block the gap. What's the ideal one for him here? Does it really
This
matter?
one's really good. I mean, you can take the Black Dragon earlier, but for later stages of the game, Ancient Dragon Golem is good. And also the one that has
Thunderhide.
Frenzy, Thunderhide, exactly, to put it on your, let's say, Dragonite. Once he gets the Aghanim Scepter, he gets free padding, and then you bite him with the Wolf Bite.
So
you
then he's
will
a
have
Dragon
flat-
Wolf?
You'll have, yeah, he's a half man, because he's
Dire are
Dragonite,
scanning.
right?
There we go,
Then
guys.
he's a half dragon,
And
and also half wolf.
Radiant's
Halves,
middle
that's
tower
a
is
lot of
under
halves.
attack.
Virtus Pro still inching forward. They want to force EG into a fight. They want to face off and match against them. Crit taking a lot of damage, but relocates back to Fountain. Now, does EG TP here to battle, or do they just let
This
Crit
is gonna be first Virtus
relocate
Pro
home?
skill.
Oh, there's Wolves. Wolves up top. Wolves up top. Tether home. Stopper's coming. Beautiful. Gorgeous from VP. Like, that could not have been more beautifully timed.
I just realized Life Drain is the only ability that you can suck at using and still be good at it.
No philosopher or man has ever said anything so apt and correct.
Talking about the
middle
philosophy,
tower
Big Boy
is under
Philly,
attack.
drop for EG. Yeah, Aya will gladly take that one, collect some free gold.
Oh, VP, you were right. They got their first kill on that IO. No second kill, though, as Fly TP's home. A very, very steady hand here from both teams. Arteezy tethered up. Nearly have the locket on Crit. Will be on into Aghanim Scepter, of course, with the Dragon Knight wanting that Dragon form upgrade. Not something you usually think of or see. You know, VP, a very young team, inexperienced at lands, but this has been crisp, this has been clean. Very decisive gameplay from them. Almost as if they're matching EG's style, right?
Yeah, they seem to understand what they want to do. They want to go inside a pit right now, take it. Nightfall dropping fairly low, but yeah. Pagana can use the life drain. Black Dragon causing a bit of the issues. No one can kill that dragon, that's the problem. They don't have the hero, no edgy hero, and also moving at the 550 movement speed.
His
While
attack
in Lycan
animation,
form,
though.
yeah. Very hard to deal with.
Bounty.
So what will Dragonite have once he gets bitten by Lycan? You get more splash damage, you get... he needs to get to level 18 first, but splash damage, you have slow, you have increased magic resistance, free padding,
Radiant's
and you get a
middle
crit,
tower is
shared
under attack.
lifesteal.
That crit. That's what's going to be the deal breaker. I mean, like you will form the DK, right? Not the Ember? Or do you consider giving Abed the white?
No way, you gotta fight the knight there, huh?
Ice, ice, ice. There's a swarm of VP heroes coming his way. The Titan Spirit Stomp with the help of the D-Crab. There comes GPK.
He wants the last hit.
Easy pickings.
Don't claim
That's
that
Blink into
right.
BKB for GPK. Not going the Aghanim's route. As Nightfall, very, very forward placement for him, clearing out camps and shoving that midway. He's got Aegis, but pretty low on mana, half HP. Easy. That technically level 3 dragon form.
Double damage!
Back into farming the camps again.
They even gave Tome the
Radiant's
Dragonite.
top
They want to
tower
get
is
that
under attack.
level 18 as soon as possible. And there aren't many stuns yet. There is an Earthshaker, there is an Echo Stomp, but having Armlet, I think that's a cheap damage, correct choice in this game, because you're going to be able to toggle it on and off.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Very,
Radiant's
very
top
mild
tower
lead here
is
for
under
VP.
attack.
2,000 net worth for them. Everybody soaking up pretty much all of the
Radiant's
gold and
middle
all of the
tower
resources
is
on the
under
map
attack.
very effectively. It's been a clinic. Efficiency and
Dire's
Shooting
bottom tower
This might be
is
the
under
game where
attack.
most heroes, most creeps have been farmed. Like just the efficiency of the creep camps being stacked and killed.
like farmed by a team and not by
Yeah.
other neutrals or towers or something. I think you'll be right, yeah. Everyone's been on lanes, clearing out creeps. Soon, see a BKB coming for Nightfall.
scanning.
Goes for that casual Sange. The Aghanim Scepter even has a cloak in the backpack there.
Casual cloak, but keeping Aegis for now.
Whole game is very casual and calm. PvE environment for a lot of these players.
Radiant's bottom
Arbed
tower
being
is
one of
under
them.
attack.
9,700 net worth. Still 2 minutes on the Aegis, nothing being forced. First Roshan has been like this for a while though, hasn't it? You don't really want to push. Oh, hello. What's this? Action. It's Artesian crit finding save. But we're going to have a trade. Nightfall and Kingslayer pair up to take down the IO. Switching off the little ball of light, extinguishing the hopes Crit had of survival, and Nightfall diving behind tier 2, but Arteezy is going to twirl on the
Spinning
spot.
around.
Pirouetting in front of the Bristleback. You've upset him. You've upset the Bristleback
Radiant's
now.
bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, getting caught
Generation.
inside the pit, Road of Athos. Underlord will be the one buying the Crimson to mitigate some of the damage from Lycan, from that Dragonite, and Sleight of Fist as well. There's a ton of physical damage coming out from EG.
Even though VP have that net worth lead, it feels like evil geniuses are shifting this gold towards the core heroes. Nice shape shifts to escape. Helm Creep is a Stafford Tormentor, dead, and a ton of gold to the pockets of DM.
Dire's middle
This is going to be
tower is
EG's
under
big
attack.
timing. Get that level 18 on Dragonite, Aghanim Scepter on Lycan, fight the Dragonite.
Artesian crit, again being found by GPK. Echo Slam used out on the IO and they'll blow him up, but that stomp not quite landing in time.
Keep it PMA.
So
keep
crit
PS.
again, the casualty of war, while the
Dire's
DK is
middle
allowed to
tower is
escape.
under attack.
Arbed has a remnant, so he's perfectly fine as well. But yeah, the big difference here, Bristleback, of course, leading out in front. But 2 Dire supports slightly ahead of their counterparts by about 1,000 each. Is really where that net worth difference lies. Although Ictos though, onto the Dragon Knight. Decraft and life drained. Cookie away from the pit. Looking worse for wear though on Arteezy as the kisses are forced out. Arbed with a 2-man chain.
Can't
Stays
get out of this.
Decraft and the life drain again, but Arteezy's dead.
Dire's
Training for the Pugner. Not ideal for EG. As well as Pro forced the BKB from Arbed.
This Bristleback is very hard to deal with right now. Going in, they don't have a Silver Edge. He's pretty immune to the damage that Dragonite deals at this point. Lycan is not going to even try to focus him, so they need to find a way. I see what
Radiant's
Baptiste
middle
has in a
tower
quick
is
buy,
under attack.
BKB and the Silver Edge, but that's going to take some time.
I mean, you might just consider going straight
Dire's
Silver Edge, right?
top tower
See
is
what he
under attack.
gets up to in the long run.
Haste.
B-side really showing their strength though. With the Aegis expiring, it is the waiting game for second Roshan, and that might be the signal for VP to start thinking about tier 2's high ground, starting to shut EG out of the rest of the map. Fly, cooking around. GPK's Earthshaker caught up in the bowlers, but Nightfall, there we go, sprinting forward. Bristlebacks who arrived, fly down and out. Arbet and Crit running for their lives. GPK's in there though. He'll try and line up the Fisher. The slight dodge not working out.
No
for
BKB
Arbet.
for 3 seconds on Arbet.
GPK,
There it is.
himself, but there it is. Yeah, you're right. Remnant off to the left-hand side. Arbet's still being chased down. He's got no more remnants. With the help of Crit, tethered up and healed. While ISO shape-shifting inside his own base, not accomplishing anything.
Smoke from Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro will outpush the top lane, and they will
is under attack.
try to go for Roche. Next Roche may respawn in a minute, so they don't have the. They feel much stronger at the moment. EG cannot take the fights. They still have very limited damage, and Bristleback feels a bit unkillable. One of the reasons why IO is going for a Spirit Vessel.
Radiant's
Philly
middle
helping
tower
out
is under attack.
quite a lot.
Nightfall.
Yeah.
This is a 1v5. The dire scan, but Arteezy. Dragonform and Wolfform now, so the three halves come into play. But look at him die to this life drain. They need to cook him away. Crit tethers back to the southwest for the Echo Slam from GPK and destroys Arbet. Nightfall found a pick off in the back line.
Not have a TP, no cookie for a couple of seconds. They just have to let him go.
3-0. They might fight Kingslayer
They
here.
also found the courier.
The Thunderhide getting the first kill there for EG in the past few minutes. But Virtus Pro, the steamroller. The Russian bear comes out and mauls EG.
我不理解。
They don't have enough damage. Bristleback is a bit
Radiant are
too
scanning.
tanky. There's also life drain if he needs a save. Fisher, also Underlord, reducing the damage with his aura.
And it answers the question about Arteezy as well, right? He needs that BKB.
He definitely needs a BKB. He can't afford to go for Silver Edge.
And look at this. Nightfall turns back to them. Arteezy just doesn't know what to do. Stuck in the pit.
Radiant's middle
Life drain
tower
down to
is
half
under
HP.
attack.
And they have to cookie him away.
Bristleback even popped the BKB. Not needed,
Radiant's
and
middle
a nice
tower
Echo
has
Slam from
fallen.
GPK just to lock him down.
Smooth sailing for Virtus Pro. Nice net worth lead now, 7,000. The advantage they've managed to build up. Roshan respawning in 2 seconds. Gotta be something EG think about contesting this. Aghanim Shard plus Aegis. It's the opportunity there, those 2 items. That's the ability to go high ground for VP. That top tier one still standing, 27 minutes into the game. Smoke broken by Nightfall. Look at him go in. They get the shapeshift off for the 2-man Fisher. GPK stunned with a nice Dragon Tail. But what now?
Life drain keeping him alive.
Earthshaker is fine. Nightfall BKBs. Blocks out Ice. The Lycan's nearly died. He's run off to the right-hand side. Arteezy. He just can't do any damage. They Remnant Arbet into the back lines, but a Fisher being lined up by GPK just allows Nightfall to keep pummeling the DK. Good Remnant from Arbet, but a double fire at EG is the most important thing here. Ice outside, dropping low to Nightfall. Cookie away, and a good searing chains might buy enough time, but he's slow to a crawl, and a jump from GPK seals the deal.
GPK once again waiting. He had Echo available for around 10 seconds. He just wants to see Arbet to jump in, and then we'll be able to lock him down. Once again, not enough damage. They try to go on a Bristleback. They understand we can't deal with it. They don't have the tools. Spirit Vessel still 500 gold away because IO did buy back in the previous fight, and there will be a Lotus Orb actually available at the moment on Underlord, so he can dispel that on a Bristleback.
And it looks like an easy Roshan for them. Back into the pit. Stack up the goop. EG want nothing to do with this. They've got 3 heroes down bottom trying to farm back up to that BKB for the Dragon Knight.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Nightfall with S and Y, BKB, Aghanim, Scepter, and Shard. Life.
Hairball, one of the
Dire
most
are scanning.
funny abilities in Dota, except the kick from Tusk. I don't know, I just love this a bit.
Yeah, so displacement abilities are always enjoyable, but you're kicking someone halfway across the map.
And the description as well, cuffs a quill-packed hairball.
Nice. Erupts at the location. Flying over the treetops. Escaping through the jungle, but crit. Ooh! Relocated. Pretty dead to me.
No wolves this time around. Arteezy showing himself.
Next crit will relocate back into the waiting arms of
Dire's bottom tower
awful
is
enemy.
under attack.
Arteezy having that
Up, BKB.
Dire's bottom
Scared.
tower has fallen.
free padding on Dragonite, hiding inside the trees, cutting the creep waves. He'll just sit there. He understands they need to buy a bit of a time, manage to kill
Radiant's
the
bottom
tower,
tower
and
is
now
under
BKB
attack.
is available.
Doesn't stop this though, does it? Mid lane, Bristleback is on your high ground.
Radiant structures
Level
are fortified.
3 in his ulti, doing some real serious damage.
They know that there is no ulti on Dragonite for another 35 seconds, so this should be a free set of Barrett's double damage spawned at the bottom.
Doesn't matter, I mean,
middle
this
tower
Bristleback's
has
got
fallen.
339 bonus
Radiant's
damage from 9
middle
stacks of war
barracks
Gotta
power.
refill his mana. Needs to be careful.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
31 minutes in. Selena Barrett dropping. VP can't go to the side lanes though. Tier 2s are still standing, so it will only be one lane that EG lose out on. So Size trying to play around that top lane, now TPing back to base to smoke with his squad.
Spirit Vessel finally done, but no charges. Also, there is still Aegis available on Bristleback.
And good luck killing Nightfall twice, because he's about to break your smoke. Dini's still there, like we saying, down in the bottom spot. Abed revenanting forward. They will spot TM. Tanky Underlord pops his Crimson Guard. Lotus Orb is up, and the Decrypt will save it. Was Nightfall finds Crit all the way to the back. They've swept up the DK. Blink Echo, stunning. Not quite killing Abed, but still putting him out of contention in this fight. He chains up the puck, now flies over the top of him. Save is close to death, but they got the H-Toss. Amber down, no buyback for 70 seconds. He is dead.
Even with the Wolf Bite and the Dragon form, there's just not enough damage. There's so much damage reduction coming out from the Atrophy Aura, the Cryptify, so many things to focus on. Bristleback needs to be ignored. They can't really deal with him. He's about to hit level 25.
He's about to hit tier 4s.
Fortified.
Never mind level 25, he's looking at they hit the end game here. EG's base is falling apart. Bottom lane is being pushed by the rest of Virtus Pro. And Nightfall will try and come back and stop that creep from dragging any waves around. But not easy. Oh, the Decrypt life trick. They're managing it thanks to this tether. The cookie away. But there's nothing stopping Virtus Pro. Mortimer's Kisses looking to kill the creep wave. And they do have another one coming in about 10 seconds. It's halfway down the mid lane. There's Arteezy in the wolf form, trapped in a bit of balance. GPK with so much physical damage, it's just going to shred through our tour. It's BKB and the tether is up. Arteezy's still alive and he toggles through with the armor.
Can they defend the throne? It seems like they cannot.
It doesn't look like it. There's no blip here for EG. Nightfall, he still has the Aegis for a minute. Abed remnants to the backline. They need to find some kills. Any kills, not easy. He's being held up by the tether, standing his ground, but no amount of toggling will allow him to survive, and GG is called. Virtus Pro with a beautiful timing hit. 15 minutes in that game, and it suddenly fell over.
Yeah, I mean, they had no kills. That does not matter because this is what they played for. This is what they planned to have Bristleback have that farm.